Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by my channel. So today I'm just playing. I saw a few things on another channel, well, not a few things, but one especially, Louisa Heinzel, and they're just the corner little pocket things that you put, you know, on a picture frame, or I mean a picture photograph. Can't think straight. So something like this. And so I'm going to show you how to make them. They're not hard at all. And they add a lot to, I think, your journal page, especially if you have a simple photograph of family members or something and you want to put it in there, but you don't want to glue it in. This you can use because you wouldn't have to glue the photo at all. So before we get to that, I am working on the Willow and Vine junk journal with the papers from Pink Monarch Prints, and I started to glue them together. Well, I have finished pretty much gluing, although here, just as a warning, if you're making a journal that like this, if you use brittle paper like music sheets or book pages or whatever, it will it will start cracking. This one was cracked, you know, almost, I don't know how far. Well, I can feel my fingernail almost cracking it, but I don't know. Anyway, so I did put some like washi. It's a clear washi, and it's very, very, very sticky. So I'm sure it's going to hold for the time being until we get the fabric on the spine. And that will be an added protection there. So I don't think we have to worry about it too much. But in the meantime, I just thought I'd put that there, and I might still, you know, add a piece of lace or something. Sorry. So yeah, I've been just here. I made a pocket, and what I did on this one was I glued this to this page, and I just glued here and here from this page, which made a pocket in here. I thought that was worked out well. Let me see if I can actually show you what I did. Okay, so this piece of paper I glued to the back of this one, and then this one I would normally glue a paper to the back of that one, but I just glued it onto the sides, and this is the back side of the paper, so it makes now a pocket. And then that was glued to this paper, which I'm not finished working on yet. I've just been playing, so that gives you some idea of what's going on this book. But it's done as far as I'm concerned, because I think that when I start adding ephemera, now this one here is a lightweight paper, and I glued it, but see, we have to leave like a ½ inch away from the back, and that's what's making it wobbly. So I may have to actually glue it all the way down. I'll see what happens if I do that. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but until I get everything in here the way I want it, then this is I couldn't leave this open like to make pockets, so I just glued it down, and I'll find something else to do with it. But yeah, I was a little disappointed because I thought these were going to be like corner pockets or something, or, you know, a belly band. But if I had just glued it here and here, and maybe here, I don't think it would have held onto the paper. So And then here's a little pocket, and I don't know how I did that. So I was having a hard time with this. This paper. Let's see. I think it was another paper I was trying to get on here. And the one side, it was a misprint, and I thought I could hide it, but I couldn't. So anyway, I cut that misprint off is what I did. And then here, that made a pocket here. And I just glued this side, and then right down the bottom to hold this paper on. So you don't have to have them glued, you know, all over. If you want to, you can leave little pockets and things like that. And so just moving along here. And this one, what I do? Oh, I just stuck it together, that's all. Paper there. This is another one that was coming apart, and this one is lower. You know, it's like at the end of the book here, so it's setting on an edge that it's still open all the way, but it's still setting on the edge of the book. So I don't know what I'll do with it. I may just do some other taping here, just to keep it from ripping out. We have this little page with pockets when I get them glued. This is glued to that, and that's the last page, which I wanted to put a different page on here so it wouldn't be this page, but I had, let me see, maybe, you know, you get to working on these, and you're working and working, and you don't... See, I couldn't find a place to put this one. Well, for one, I had another mishap, and I always use mishaps if I can. So I could put this, like, pocket here, but it would be upside down, and you couldn't read it unless I... No. I already ripped it off one time. Let's see how to... Because we're going to have a cover here also. And the other thing about this book too, this type of journal, is you will cover up pages you don't want to cover up, and it's hard. But see, that doesn't work. Let's see about this way. Okay, that works, but see, this would have been nice had I done it the other way. I might still print this again, or something just like it, and make sure that it's going to come out here, just to be that very last page of the book. And if this one I can put somewhere on this inside, and then I can use it as a pocket. So let's get moving on my little project. I just wanted to share this with you. So I'm thinking that this book, see how far it's spreading? I don't know, you can't see that really. See how much space we have between the pages? There's some are bigger and some are smaller, just because I didn't get glue all the way down. But I always can go back and change all of that. But I feel like the spine right now, pushed together, is like a 1/2 inch. I feel like when we add all of the ephemera, it will be like double that at least. So maybe, well, maybe not double. maybe it'll be like 2 inches, 2.5, because all the ephemera that I'm putting in here. Okay, so let me move this out of the way, and I want to show you how to make these. Now, I've made one with book page, and this book page is upside down, so if you want to use book page, let's see, how did I figure that out? Okay, anyway, let's start at the beginning. This is a 3-inch by 1-inch piece of scrap paper or book page or whatever you want to use. And make sure your book page is not something that's totally brittle, because it will rip if you use brittle. So the first thing you're going to do is put your nail or your finger right at this first 1 inch, and then we're going to go all the way across like so. Now that's upside down, because I know that this is where, when I fold this and this is going to be showing. So I'm going to go back and see. I think I could just fold it the other way and nobody will know. And so next time, it's still upside down or sideways. All right, well, let's just do this. I don't know how you would get it to be up the right way. That's okay. And then this one, this little flap here is going to go down, and you're going to meet up, go along this edge, and then this one's going to come this way, like so. And here's your little pocket. Now, so I did one here with leftover scrapbook paper, and I have another one I did with, this is, oh, my goodness. I don't know, my nails got thick all of a sudden. Never had them do that. Okay, then I had this one, it's double-sided, and it's 3 inches. Now, if you wanted to make these bigger, whatever your width is, it has to be this double in length. So if you have 3 inches, you would have to have, if you want to double it, you would have to have 6 inches by 2 inches wide. So your paper would be this big, and that would make one big corner, which would be awesome for, like in this case here, it would be like looking like this. And you could use that to make it tuck at the bottom or the top, and it'll have a lot of stability. Okay, so this is double-sided, so we don't have to worry about it. And this is cardstock. So I'm going to put my nail there. And if you have a board like this, it's easier to line this up, because you need that to make sure your folds will come out right. Okay. And then we're going to fold it down. Now, this is the other deal I noticed, and when I was watching not coming to me, Louisa, I noticed that it was off, and she just kept making it. Okay, so we went back the other way, and we know that the first part of this we did, you know, we used this line and everything. I don't know why there's extra here, and extra there. So what I did was, rather than figure out the mathematical thing, I just cut that off, turned it over, and I cut that off. And I don't, you know, there's a little section there and there, and I don't think that makes any difference. Okay, now we need to glue these together. So let's see, I have one of these that I've started, and I don't think I want to glue it yet because I might want to add something to it. Okay, so I think you've got it, how to fold it. This was music paper, and I don't know if it's strong enough. I kind of wanted that leaf to show. There we go. That worked. I just had stamped this, and from leftovers of music, a strip. Okay, now this one's not as bad, and I think it's the thickness of the paper. Well, I don't know, that's kind of okay. Then I got some coffee dyed, and I thought this is the best bet. There's nothing that you have to worry about being upside down. I mean, this one was fine, but if you use book page, or maybe you'll use yeah, this one came out okay too, and this one's okay too. But if you're using all book page and all the letters are upside down, and I don't know, just doesn't look right to me. You can use coffee dyed paper or not coffee dyed. And then if you want, where's my little, oh, I'll just use the bigger one. Then if you want, you can, let's see, I'm going to use this back. You can, you know, do some stamping random. And this type of lettering is not going to, you're not going to be able to tell if it's upside down or not. Okay, and this is all just really great pieces because for some reason I always have these 1-inch long papers left, especially if I'm using scrapbook paper. Okay, and then turn this up. I'm not using my line, but I can see it, so just try to keep it as straight as you can. You really don't need to cut the back off because you can't see it, but yeah, it looks crooked for some reason. And you can also ink around it before you fold it up. That's what I did on this one. I inked around the whole edge of all the paper, back and front. So when you do fold it, it's already gone. It's already inked. Okay, so now let me show you the gluing. But first of all, the gluing is simple. It's just you're going to glue down this one here first, I think. Or wait a minute. Well, like this one, and then glue it like that. This part here, and that holds it together. I'm assuming. All right. So, see, that looks off, because it is. There, now it's more square. So, I mean, we didn't even lose, what, a 1/16 of an inch. Yeah. So now what I want to show you is decorating these little guys. So this is one that I haven't finished doing, but I want to show you that you can take like some die cuts, and before you glue these down, hold on, oh, everything, okay, take it out, that way you could, okay, so you have this little opening here, and you can put a die cut in there, and then this is still open here, so you could put a die cut in there. Okay, I'm just checking. See how I did this. So if I wanted to, I could put like this little leaf right in here, and then I can put one on this side. No, I don't want it on that side. Wait a minute. Okay, no. I'm trying to see if it interferes with, I don't think it does, with the inside of the, I'm getting this all bent up. Hold on. Just want to check. Okay, no, it doesn't interfere. Okay, so you could put it like this. So let me get some glue and do that. Oh, I did this same thing yesterday. I haven't used my glue yet, I don't think. And I pulled the knob off. I don't understand what, I'm telling you, I cleaned this whole thing out. See, there's the knob. Crazy. I think this is one of the reasons I quit using art. Now I can't even figure out how to open my box. Come on. The reason I quit using art glitter glue is the hassle. Now I think I pulled out the whole thing. Maybe it works better. All right, I'm gonna stick that there for now. So if you get your, most of you probably have already done this, but if your needle is stuck in there and you pull it out with pliers, you may pull out your little nib that, yeah. All right, so let's see what happens. Rusty glues, what's happening? Okay, I'm just gonna put that in there. And this one we're going to glue the whole thing. So I think I'll put, let's see. You know, I decorated this earlier, or tested it, but I didn't put glue on it. So now that it has glue, it's a different story. It'll look fine. I'm sure you guys will see what to do once you get to that point. So on this one, looks like it has antlers. I could put it like in this corner. Now remember, we need to have at least two, because you need to slide this in to your page and then tuck another side down here, like with one of these. So if you're going to do it, I suggest you have like 2 matching corners, but one you can decorate. And on this you can't really see the flower there, or the leaves. And then on here you can add a butter, well, that covers his face. He's not he, they are. I don't really want to put it on that side. To me, excuse me, it doesn't go on that side. So let's try this guy. This lady here. Now let's try, now this butterfly's pretty big, but you could add like a butterfly at the top on this here. Let me find a smaller one. Oh, there's a cute one. Like that. And you don't have to have anything coming out of the back. You could maybe even find a piece of lace to come out. Let's see. Get one of these. Yeah, I think the die cut's probably one of the better choices. But you could put anything behind it if you wanted. So if you were putting it on this corner, you could put a small, yeah, I don't know, to be like a large piece of lace. There's the cheesecloth. Just put something like this in there behind. I don't know, that doesn't really look great, but I like the butterfly, and I like the little greeneries coming out. You could stick a little more glue into there. And then and these little circle pieces look cute on there too. And so I just thought, what a cute idea. You know, it's not that unique, except everybody does everything differently. And that really, to me, made a difference in just putting these, because I have the squares, you know, the tabs. I don't think, she decorated several on one picture, but I don't think I would. I would let that show through. And then the other thing, if you have, and I don't have a good one, but if you have a corner punch, like this one is a decorative punch, and I lined it up so that I had that flower. Do you see that in there? Or, let's see, I can't get this all the way. Oh, there we go. Gotta just pay attention. So you can audition, you know, what you might want to put on. So that's kind of nice, although I wanted the blue. I can't get all of the blue. I guess I could get some there. It's a good thing you could see through these. It makes all these little designs on the corner, which are cute. I only have one like that, and it's the only one I have. So, ink on it, and instead of putting that there, you could put this one, which I think that's cute. So if you have any corner punches, you could punch anything you wanted out. Now she put like an eyelet in there. Yeah, she put an eyelet in there before she folded it all up. So you could do that, but I don't know the purpose. I'm thinking she used it to just decorate the corner there. She had, you know, a few decorated. It's a cute butterfly there too. But if she's going to be on, let's say, a blue page, then I think that one would be ideal. And I think you could make up a bunch of these and have them ready. This is just a fabric flower, which I don't like it on there, but yeah. And that would be cute. You could put a button. Let's see what a button looks like. I do have another project. If I don't get to it, I don't get to it. Oh, there's a nice little butterfly. Where I got those circles. Let's just get sort of a vintage button. And then depending on what you make, so maybe, I mean, out of what you make it out of, like this vintage button looks better on the paper print than it does on this plain piece. But it might look okay on this. Yeah. So that's something you've got to figure out. I just don't like how this doesn't go like the triangle. I cut it already, but I feel like I lost the triangle look. Like it's squared off. I guess it's okay. But I like that look. And I'm not sure I like these sticking out. I think it would be just as cute, you know, to put just the butterfly on. I already glued those in, I think. Yeah, I glued them in already. So, I don't know. I mean, I could cut them off. I could snip them out of there if I wanted to. So, I'm just going to save that because I like it with this, like this look. Yeah, that's very pleasing design. And of course, we don't want to glue the opening. Look like antlers to me, right? There's got to be another way. Where's that cheesecloth? I started this morning, so I've been playing in here for a long time. It is now lunchtime. I think you could put something like that behind it, some cheesecloth. As long as you can keep that corner open for the picture. Yeah, I mean, you could do whatever you want. You could put another bigger circle. I don't have one handy. Behind it. Something to hold these leaves from. Do I have a bigger circle? Let's see. I think I want pink. You know, I was thinking of my granddaughter, and I was thinking this would have been cute, because she has her senior pictures, and if I had put like her senior picture in a journal, and put her baby picture up here, a circle, wouldn't that be cute? But you could put a bigger circle back there, just to give more character and hold those. See, that one's not bad, with the numbers and everything. Yeah, that looks good with like the Tim Holtz people. Yeah. Okay, so that is that. And yeah, if you think this is something you'd like to make, then I would make them up and have a few. I guess I'm not going to worry about sticking things in there. I think you can just put what you want in the back and then glue it down. Whoops. End up gluing it shut. How did I get glue in there? Okay, be careful, because that should not be glued. Okay. I don't know. I guess it seemed like she glued twice. So get to this point, and then I don't know what to do. Maybe I was supposed to go like that. I'll do that, and then oh my goodness. That'll be open, and that'll be covered. So it'll be fine. All right, so what am I gonna do for you, lid? I probably have another tip somewhere. Another lid. I'm looking for like that little yellow one I used to have. Everything becomes a junk drawer. Everything. And I don't want that to be all junk. Okay. I just had that yellow. I wonder if that lid would fit. Probably not. But maybe it'll just keep it from drying out for the moment. Sorry, I don't want to spend time looking for a different lid. Okay, so let me move this out for a second. And that's so cute. Move these out of the way. I knew those were going to be fun. when I saw her working on those, I was just flipping through different channels and I saw her making those and I thought, I'm going to stop here and take a look. I'm glad I did. She has some great ideas anyway, but she does a lot of mixed media and I am not very good at it. And I don't have the tools, you know, so that's the mixed media tools. Oh my gosh, I didn't think I had this much of a mess. Okay, so let me move this too. Usually use that. Okay, so yesterday I was outside digging around my stuff, my mom's stuff too, and trying to clean out my shed. And I opened a box and I had, I don't know if she had them or I had them, but there was all these like picture frames pockets, and they're for Christmas. Obviously people put them on packages. I don't know how, but I probably got them for like, you know, 75% off at Hobby Lobby or something like that. So I thought I would try to figure out how to cover these. So I was thinking of using this paper to cover, and I have to figure out how to leave that opening for the picture. How much time do I have? Oh, I hardly have any time. Well, let me cut this, or maybe I should wait for another video. Darn it. This journal here has been spoken for, and I don't want it to be forever before I get a chance to give it to her. So, and I don't know, some days I just don't want to do anything in here. Well, with my sister here, I could do stuff more. I just don't. I just don't. And right now, I need to buy some more scissors, and for paper, because my good scissors are for fabric, which would be nice to use here as paper, but they're not bad yet. So, but I need scissor. I'm just going around this slowly because I don't want to cut it accidentally. They need to have really sharp points, and for some reason scissors don't, at least the ones I have or have recently bought, they do not have sharp points like embroidery type scissors have. But it's much easier, like, to get in these corners and things if you could snip it right to the point. Like I have these Cricut ones. If you look at the ends, I guess that's the point, but I still can't seem to get to the point. I don't know. Yeah, maybe they do. Maybe it's just me. When I tried these last time. Oh, these don't cut paper very well. There's that too. And I have Fiskar, but I wore that pair out. And I do use the Fiskar when I'm doing fussy cut some of it, because I have it in my other room where I sit and do fussy cut. I used to, couldn't wait to get a kit and do fussy cutting. And now kits seem to be individual. Okay, so that should fit there. And it probably won't slip in here to get the pattern. It's going to be too wide. Let's see. I gotta do a real scant. Oh my, I need a new blade. Forgot about that. Well, it wants me to stay even, so. I guess it wasn't enough. This is that Florentine paper, anyway, that Jody sent me. So it's a different texture, so maybe that's why it didn't want to cut. Come on. Gotta get it all the way to the bottom. Hopefully it's close enough. Hole punch. Is this gonna reach? Nope. Okay, so let me slit it. I know I just had, there it is. Now I need the mat. Let's just cut it this way. Oops. With all this design here, I can barely see where the I could have covered this with napkin paper. It would have been easier to get away from the window and all that, but I thought maybe this stuff would still show through. But I'll try it on another one. If I have a darker napkin, maybe it'll work. Okay. Now I wonder if I should ink this. Probably need to, because at least a little bit. I was going to save this for Junk Mail Friday, or Junk Journal Friday. It's not, doesn't have to be mail. This is not, okay, so it's off a little bit at the bottom, but it's, seems to be, stop moving, to be okay here. And wherever it's not, I will just trim around it. Okay, the glue stick. Alright. This glue stick's just... Do you ever wish you had a craft where you didn't use a glue stick? I guess people, there are people that don't even use a glue stick at all, but I remember, oh, I thought this was going to be a little long. Let's see if I can move it down a little bit, because I don't really want it too short, but it's going to be too short. All right, that's okay. There. Looks like a brand new envelope compared to this. All right, so this all needs to be inked. Of course you could, well, let's see. This needs ink, but it's not on there. Okay, I'm gonna let you go because I have to wait for that to dry so I can go back and trim around it. I thought I was pretty much on target with it. So this is something we'll just decorate, and I wanted to see if I had, well, let me look in this little pile, but I was planning on putting like a old cabinet card in here, and that's not old. I mean, I have the old one, but that's a copy. That's another thing. I want to try to find out on my printer why it's doing that yellow color. When I copy, it is not the true color. Come on. Better way to get that off. Let me check just real quick. I think all of my cabinet cards are big. It looked like a Tim Holtz, but it's actually one that I had. Oh, she's cute. Darn it. All right, well, I don't have an original cabinet card that will fit in here. So I'll find something. I've got a lot of photos. Just don't. These old ones that are copied, they just are so faded. And the originals were kind of faded too, so it's not a clear picture. I am the gentleman wouldn't fit. I just want something in there, and then she can put her own picture. I think those were Amy's. That crafty cat. Nope. Okay, she would work. She's cute. I don't know if I like her with that paper. I think I like her better. She's a little bit more sophisticated with that big bow in her hair. How cute is she? I could even watercolor a little blue or something. Or sorry, guy, you're not going to be in the picture after all. Alrighty, so that's the picture. And I guess that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed making those little corners or learning how. I think they are a cute idea. It's just different, you know. And then when you put these on, I mean, how much that adds to the picture. Even if you just glued, I think this would actually hold it in a journal and it wouldn't fall out because it's pretty strong. This one, especially with the cardstock, I mean, you'd have to put something, you wouldn't have these leaves behind it. You'd have to put something there, but yeah, I wondered, like, if you could do, that bird doesn't work. But I don't have anything else that would work, I don't think. Just thinking if I had a bigger item behind here. I guess you could just punch a circle in something strong. Yeah. Anyway, that's cute. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna let you go, and I'll get this finished up and take a snapshot, and you'll see what it looks like. But yeah, I'm glad I came across these because I won't use them for their purpose. And then of course this one has a hole, so I'll put that with the eyelet and then see what I can do to decorate something, you know, at the bottom of the page. Put a corner. I'll just stick a corner up here. Yeah, those might come in handy, some just for oddball decoration. And you could put a small little card in there for a tuck like this. And you could tuck, you know, something in it. And then that would be sitting on the page somewhere. That would work too. So I think they're very versatile and things you can do with them. Okay, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video, which should be, I think this is for Monday, so Wednesday. Alrighty, talk to you soon. Bye.